Simplify and write in the form a plus bi, I to the 66th. Well, when I'm working with imaginary numbers, I remember that I is the square root of negative 1. I squared, then, is simply a negative 1. I to the third is a negative square root of negative 1, or a negative I. And I to the fourth is 1. I'm going to look at I to the 66 two different ways. The first way is I'm going to remember my rules that I can break 66 apart into I to the 64th times I squared. Remember, like bases, I would add the exponents. Well, I to the 64th, 64 is a multiple of 4. Therefore, I to the 64th must be 1. So I have 1 times I squared. Well, 1 times I squared is simply a negative 1, which is my answer. But let's solve this a second way. If I have I to the 66th, I know that I want 66 in a power of 4. So if I do long division here, I see that '66 could be written as I to the fourth 16 times I squared, which is my remainder. Well, I to the fourth, again, is just 1, and 1 to any power is 1. Again, I get 1 times I squared, which again is simply a negative 1. So there are two ways you could solve this specific problem.